The history of In-N-Out Burger, a regional network of fast food restaurants in America. In-N-Out Burger has most of its outlets in California and the Southwest. Harry 1913, 1976, and Esther Snyder started it in 1948 in Baldwin Park, California 1920, 2006. The chain's headquarters are presently in Irvine, California, and it has since grown to include the remainder of California, as well as Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Texas, Oregon, and Colorado. It also has plans to expand into Idaho. Lynsi Snyder, the Snyders' lone grandchild, is the current owner. In addition to the initial facility in Baldwin Park, the business has established other distribution locations as it has grown. The brand new buildings in Lathrop, California, Phoenix, Arizona, Draper, Utah, Dallas, Texas, and Colorado Springs, Colorado will make it possible for potential future development into other regions of the nation. History. First generation. The Snyder family initially established In-N-Out Burger in 1948 in Baldwin Park, California, a suburb of Los Angeles, near the southwest corner of what is now Francisquito Avenue and Interstate 10. The eatery was California's first drive-through hamburger stand that accepted orders through a two-way speaker system. Since car hops were employed in post-World War II California to take orders and serve meals, this was a novel and original notion. The third In-N-Out was in Pasadena, the fourth one was in Covina, California, west of the intersection of Grand Avenue and Arrow Highway in the late 1950s, and the second one was on the corner of Azusa Canyon Road and San Bernardino Road. Up until the 1970s, the business remained a relatively tiny Southern California enterprise. To guarantee that quality was maintained, the Snyders tightly oversaw their initial eateries. At the time of Harry Snyder's death in 1976 at the age of 63, the business had 18 locations. Second generation. After his father passed away in 1976, Rich Snyder, then 24 years old, took over as business president. Rich had started working in his father's In-N-Out at a young age along with his brother Guy. Under Rich's direction, the network grew quickly over the following 20 years, reaching 93 outlets. In-N-Out debuted its 50th restaurant in Thousand Palms, California, in June 1988. In 1990, the 57th facility in the chain and the first outside the Los Angeles metropolitan region was established in San Diego County. In-N-Out launched its first location outside of Southern California in Las Vegas, Nevada in 1992. The next year in Modesto, the business launched its first location in Northern California. Later, the expansion reached Northern California, including the San Francisco Bay Area, and more restaurants were built in the Las Vegas vicinity. However, Rich Snyder and 4 other passengers perished in an aircraft accident on approach to John Wayne Airport in Orange County, California, on December 15, 1993, following the opening of Store 93 In-N-Out in Fresno, California. They were traveling aboard a charter plane that crashed after colliding with wake turbulence, while following a Boeing 757 that was coming in for a landing. Following the crash investigation, the Federal Aviation Administration mandated that there must be enough space between large aircraft and trailing light aircraft so that wake turbulence can lessen. The 21st century. The business started opening restaurants in Arizona in 2000 and then launched more eateries in Nevada's Reno, Sparks, and Carson City in late 2004. In these new areas, In-N-Out saw tremendous success. The 200th In-N-Out restaurant opened its doors in Temecula, California. At the end of December 2005, it debuted its first eatery in Tucson, Arizona in 2007. Both the number of burgers sold in a day and the number sold in a week surpassed records at the shop launch. In-N-Out opened a facility in Washington, Utah, a suburb of St. George, in 2008 to enter the 4th state. By the end of 2009, the business has opened 3 new shops in Draper, American Fork, and Orem, extending its reach into northern Utah. In the spring of 2010, new locations in West Valley City, West Jordan, Centerville, and Riverton opened. In-N-Out announced intentions to expand into Texas in May 2010. The Dallas-Fort Worth region was targeted, and on May 11, 2011, Frisco and Allen will host the chain's inaugural opening. In December 2013, the franchise unveiled its initial location in Austin. There are 4 restaurants in Austin and 18 in the Dallas-Fort Worth region. According to Corporate Vice President Carl Van Fleet, these new sites in Texas necessitated the construction of a new patty production facility and distribution facility in the state. The business said its first site would be in San Antonio in March 2014. The restaurant opened its 22nd Texas location in Killeen in the fall of 2014. In-N-Out originally opened its doors in San Antonio on November 20, 2014, and then in Waco in November 2015. In-N-Out made intentions to establish additional locations in the Houston region, the first of which would be in Stafford in January 2017. In-N-Out launched its 300th location, which was in Anaheim, California, in January 2015. Nearly 18,000 people were employed by the corporation throughout California, Nevada, Utah, Texas, and Arizona at the time of the launch, and it had an annual revenue of $558 million. On September 9, 2015, Harry Snyder's birthday, the business established its first store in Oregon in Medford. It is provided by the distribution facility in Lathrop, California, which was finished in 2006. During the opening, President Lynsi Snyder said that they will keep adding more locations. In Grants Pass, Oregon, a second site was being built in September 2017. In-N-Out made intentions to establish a restaurant in Kaiser, Oregon's Willamette Valley, on August 21, 2018. The company's most northern site would be here, prior to its expansion into Colorado, which is expected to be finished in 2021. The business announced intentions to build a production plant and a distribution center in Colorado Springs on November 30, 2017. On November 20, 2020, Colorado Springs and Aurora welcomed their first customers. The 2 facilities in Colorado were designated as outbreak sites on December 17, 2020 after 80 employees tested positive for COVID-19. In-N-Out made a $25,000 donation to the California Republican Party in 2018. The business gave the California Republican Party $40,000 in 2021. Mark Taylor, the CEO of In-N-Out, and his wife Tracy have contributed to Donald Trump's political campaigns. Snyder served in a variety of capacities inside the business until taking the helm as president in 2010, making him the 6th president of the entity. However, a 7-person executive staff makes the majority of important choices. Snyder wants to give ownership of the business to her children rather than franchise it or sell it. Popularity. When the restaurant is introduced to other places as a result of its success, some people celebrate. And the opening of a new restaurant frequently turns into an occasion. In Scottsdale, Arizona, when one first opened, there was a 4-hour line for dinner as news helicopters hovered above the parking lot. The chain has gained popularity in some surprising ways thanks to its reputation. For instance, despite fierce resistance to corporate food establishments like McDonald's, In-N-Out is nevertheless regarded as acceptable in some communities. Anyone with a stake in the Fisherman's Wharf neighborhood of San Francisco claimed they were against every other fast food chain, with the exception of In-N-Out, in order to preserve the character of family-owned decades-old businesses there. One such individual claimed that while normally locals would be up in arms about a fast food operation coming to Fisherman's Wharf, this is different. Jason Giambi, a California native who now plays for the Colorado Rockies, would frequently go to In-N-Out Burger whenever he was on the West Coast with his old team, the New York Yankees. He said that he attempted but failed to build an In-N-Out Burger restaurant in New York. That's all for today's origin story video, guys. Tell us your thoughts in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Let us know what origin story you'd like to learn about next in the comments. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. See you in the next video. Until then, best wishes. Thanks for watching.